kingdom of Lima, a queen ruled over the land, a very happy land. She was a very good ruler and very much loved her evening meal. Each day the royal page would take an order from the queen and give it to the royal cook. All was well in the land until...
Page! Tell the cook that today I would like my favorite bean soup. Yes, Her Majesty.
So the page informed the cook to prepare the queen's very favorite bean soup.
The queen has asked you to prepare her favorite bean soup. Make it snappy.
I'll prepare the bean soup. But alas, when the cook was going through her recipes, she noticed that a mouse had eaten part of the bean soup recipe.
Oh no, those mice have done it again. Part of this recipe is missing. Now what could be the missing ingredient in this recipe?
So the cook began to prepare the bean soup, hoping that she could remember the missing ingredient, but it was not to be.
I put in some of this and some of that. But what is missing? Maybe the queen won't notice.
When the bell rang, the page returned to the kitchen to receive the queen's bean soup. The cook happened to mention,
By the way, there is a missing ingredient and I don't know what it is. Don't tell the queen.
Are you serious? The queen's going to be so upset if it's not her favorite bean soup. She'll have our heads.
reluctantly, the page served the queen her favorite bean soup, but...
What is this? This is not my favorite bean soup. Page, ask the cook. Cook, what have you done to my favorite bean soup?
Your Majesty, the mice ate the recipe and I can't remember what is missing.
Well, find it.
So the cook went through her recipe books looking for the missing ingredient, but she was at a loss.
Your Majesty, I can make you roast beef, steak, fried chicken, spaghetti, anything but your favorite bean soup.
So the queen thought and came up with a plan.
We will have a royal bean soup cook-off.
And so it was. The kingdom of Lima had a bean soup cook-off. Chefs were invited from all over the world to compete. Whoever could make the queen's favorite bean soup would become the new royal cook. Chefs began to arrive, bringing with them their favorite recipes.
Welcome to the first ever royal bean soup cook-off.
The first contestant was the fabulous Rachel Ray.
I'm so excited to be here. Time to get cracking. Today I'll prepare for you a beautiful bean stew. It's thicker than soup, but thinner than stew. You'll love it, Miss Queen. It's yum.
The second contestant was the boisterous Emerald Gosse.
See this? Order the best pot makes the best bean soup. You'll see. Time to kick it up a notch. Bam!
And the last contestant was a beggar child. She brought her her mother's recipe.
My mother makes the best bean soup. I have her recipe and I know the queen will love eating it as much as I do.
The cook-off was about to begin. The TV announcer made the introductions.
Welcome to the first annual Royal Bean Soup Cook-Off. Today, the first chef to please the queen with his or her bean soup will win the job of royal chef. The judge, of course, is the queen. The rules are don't cheat. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
On your mark, get set.
The chefs began cooking away, adding ingredient after ingredient from their special recipes. The TV announcer interviewed each contestant.
Miss Ray,
You can call me Rachel.
Rachel, what makes your bean soup special?
Well, I make my soup with fresh organic vegetables. Only the best and oh so crispy goes into my bean soup. Of course, lots of love go into my bean soup.
Thank you. And now, Emerald.
Not only is it the best pot, it's always the best spices. Many spices. Time to kick it up a notch. Bam, 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 smell.
Smells hot and spicy. And now for our last contestant, little girl, Ella.
The announcer looked at the little girl and decided she did not have a chance of winning the good cook-off. So she didn't interview her. The contest was about to end and the judging would begin.
Time's up. Let's see what the queen thinks of these fabulous bean soups. First up, Rachel Ray.
Good, but too many vegetables. Tastes like vegetable soup.
But my queen, it's gourmet, and the vegetables are good for your health.
But it's not my favorite bean soup.
Next the announcer called for Emerald Lagasse.
Emerald Lagasse.
The queen tasted the bean soup and spit it out.
Hot! My mouth is burning! Water!
But the spices make it the best.
But it's not my favorite bean soup.
The last contestant was called.
Little girl named Holly.
The queen tasted bean soup and said,
This is it! This is my favorite bean soup!
the queen asked the little girl what was her special ingredient.
What is your special ingredient?
Why, it's the beans. Bean soup needs to have beans. My mother taught me that, and all the other soups did not have beans.
All the chefs were so surprised.
You're right, I forgot my beans. Oh my gravy.
Me too. Only let's just need beans.
Unbelievable! So that was the missing ingredient in the queen's favorite bean soup.
The winner is, drum roll please, Holly the little girl.
The little girl with the job of royal cook.
You shall be the royal cook.
But Your Majesty, there's a problem.
Well, speak up. What is it?
I can only make bean soup.
That is a problem.
The queen didn't want to eat bean soup every day, so she made the little girl an assistant to the royal cook.
You will be my assistant. I'm honored to be your assistant.
And so it was. Whenever the queen desired bean soup, the little girl would make it. Emerald Lagasse and Rachel Wright signed TV contracts and made lots of money writing cookbooks and hosting cooking shows. The Kingdom of Lima continued their annual royal bean soup cook-off as a tradition, and the royal cook is still trying to catch those mice.
Ow! Ow! Get out of my kitchen! Have you tried mousetrap? Why, I didn't think of that.
And